Good evening and welcome everyone to Aero League Racing Monday Tier 1, the elite class of the GR3s in ALR. It's the season opener. Obviously we are at Interlagos. Really beautiful track. Nice overtaking spots. And let's skip a bit through the cars who are currently lined up in the grid. We have Ryan in the McLaren, then the Subaru BRZ by Nobles, the Jack driven by Kyle, and the drivers are going out. Bragg is the first one who's leaving the pits in the amazing streaming RXV. Interesting design on the car. Looks a bit like an art car. We have the purple and pink Nissan GTR by Mackey's Gherkin. Nobles in the Fanta Subaru, the second Nissan, the old legendary Skyline by Iggy. Already saw Kyle in the pits with the Jaguar. beautiful car. Drove it myself in several leagues. Difficult on fuel, but nice to drive. Simon in the McLaren, followed by Owen in the second RX Vision. Jordi in the first Porsche. Gafico in the second one. KGR Racing in the second Fanta BSE. Nice that they made the bonnet and the roof different colors, so they are better to separate. Black Charizard on the second Nissan, and Ryan's leaving the pits now with the second McLaren. 12 drivers so far in the grid. Bragg on his first flying lap. Let's see, what is the first benchmark? Could have been a bit tighter to the pit wall. 132, 194. Pretty good first attempt. Iggy is on provisional pole now with a 32 flat. Let's see who's the next one going in a flying lap. Jordi in the Porsche, T6 so far. Gafico with a good time. P4 at the moment, half a second down. All those times were set on mediums. Will be pretty interesting for the drivers and for the viewers, because tire wear definitely changed after the latest update of Gran Turismo. When it was before, like, tire was almost useless when it was 30% worn. Now it is like they need a little window, like 1 or 2 laps, depends on the track, to get on temperature. Brake with the first 31 to get on temperature, but then they have a quite big window where they're absolutely fast performing. So it will be interesting for qualifying, because you don't have to change the tire after a flying lap. You can stay out because the tire is just getting better and better. Nice little rift by the Swede. Yeah, in the end, when there's about 10% left on the tire, you feel a massive drop of performance, and then around 5 to 0% it's like you're having a really flat tire, and this is going really fast. So it will be interesting to see how these guys practiced on the new tire wear. And how it will affect strategies. Going for fresh tires. Iggy on the outlap. we see really, really close gaps. Gafico 3,000ths ahead of Jordi. He's 400ths in front of Simon. Quite a balanced grid in the first impression. Up to 14 drivers now. Mercurial Caesar in the second Jack, and Mouchalou in the Supra. Joined us today. And Reich seems to be the guy to beat at the moment, leaving a really good impression in his Mazda. 4/10 faster than the rest. 2 times race winner. Done 30 races and ended almost every second on the podium. Now on his next flying lap. He will not improve on his penalty. Let's see what is Gafico doing. Will not be enough. Almost 8/10 down. Jordi on an out lap. Same for Simon. Black Charizard currently on P8. This was overall not a good lap. Much slower than before. There had to be a mistake. The gaps are pretty close, so if you improve, if you really hit a good lap, you can really jump the standings. And he's less than a tenth down to his own PB. So with a good exit. He might improve a bit. Could have stayed tighter to the pit wall. Was faster in sector 3, but was not enough to improve. Mercurial Caesar 2 seconds down, P13 at the moment. The Jacks are really struggling. P13 and 14 so far. Can Kyle improve? Yes, improved by 5 seconds. And while I said that the Jacks are struggling, he made it to P2. Currently the guys are finishing their laps. Sector 2, Brike, already P1, trying to beat his own time. If he can catch a little bit of slipstream. Staying really tight to the pit wall. Not enough, but still on P1. Copy to time from Kyle. Let's see if anyone else is on a hot lap. Mackie Skirkin improved half a second, jumped to P8. And Mercurial Caesar on an out lap. I think he will be allowed to have another lap. While Slimmy joined the lobby. Too late to go for a hot lap. And what we didn't saw, that Gafico almost catch Brake 7,000th gap, and this is an impressive qualifying. Brake on pole, Gafico on P2, just 7,000ths down. 55,000ths behind him is Kyle, so there's less than a tenth between P1 and 3. Two and a half tenths down Iggy, then we have 3.5 tenths to Jordy, 400ths to Simon, Ryan 4.5 hundredths, 1.5 tenths to Mekis Gherkin, almost a tenth to Owen, another tenth to Moose Shallot. Really close. This should give us some nice racing, and we are about to start. There's a quick sprint to the Senna S's. And unfortunately we have the camera glitch again. We will leave the start. The usual contact there. Ooh, and Jordy spun. A lot of contact on his inside. Dropped him down to the last position. Unfortunate for him. Unfortunately, I have to quit now for a short time and join back. So we get the TV cam, yes, finally. Yeah, some things aren't fixed perfectly from Polyphony's side, but I think we're on a good way. Even now, full lobby. And we haven't seen that much lag. So the top 3 are at the moment Brake, Kyle and Iggy. And we might see a move from Kyle in the Jaguar. Brake covering the outside. Kyle tries it on the outside, but was not worth the maneuver. Trying to go for a good exit out of the Sennas. Brake isn't defending the inside. Might be enough for a move. Kyle's getting really close, but not in range to catch him. And also nice to see that we have a lot of manufacturers. So 5 manufacturers in the top 5. That shows a great balance of the grid. And it have the impression, and now we see it on the inside, side-by-side racing, but Kyle made the move. And we had the impression that he is currently a bit faster and Brake is slowing a bit down. But we will see it if he can run away. Currently the gap is half a second. The top 3 are really close together. Senna has a great corner combination. You can lose a lot of time here if you don't hit the ankles. Kyle is running away. 7/10th, what gives us a bit of time to go to the grid. Brake after his pole position on P2 now. Iggy in the GTR 500. Gafico dropped down to P4. Simon in the McLaren, followed by his teammate Ryan on P5 and 6, sticking really close together. Moose Shallowed in the Supra, currently on P7. Mackie Gherkin on P8, but we see it's still everything in range, 6 seconds to the leaders. Owen in the second RX Vision. Mercurial Caesar on P10, good start. Black Charizard P11, KTR Racing P12, Nobles P13, Jordy P14. After his contact, and this is quite a big gap for him to catch up. Really unlucky at the start, wasn't his fault in my opinion. And Kyle almost made it to second. And it seems that the Jag has so much power that the RX Vision can even in the slipstream not really catch up. And the McLarens of Simon and Ryan losing the contact, while we see a nice little drift by Iggy. Seconds gap from the McLarens to the podium guys at the moment. Gafico lost 2 positions. Hello, welcome Pekka. Is really good on tires, looking much better than the tires of the guys in front and in the back. Same for Black Charizard. Oh, well, we see Nobles almost lost the car. Really shaky. Touched the curb a bit too hard. Kyle and Brake almost even on tires. Let's see what Iggy is doing. His rear tires looking better, but the front tires are worn the same. Kyle cannot pull away, even if he did the fastest lap on lap 4. Brake is still on his level. In this lap he's catching up a bit. And you see we have quite a high tire wear. What you see after 5 laps on the mediums. But Kyle did the fastest lap on P4. Brake did his fastest lap on P4. So the window where the tire is working is a lot bigger. Let's go for the onboard of Iggy, trying to do the move on Brake, really close to him, going to the outside. Brake is covering the inside, but still there. Now the better line and made the move. We can see him in the rear mirror. Great maneuver by Iggy, clean from both drivers. Pole setter is a bit struggling on race pace, as it seems. And those little fighting gave Kyle the opportunity to make it almost to 2 seconds. And Brake is not giving up against Iggy. far. So the front runner is currently sorting a bit. Gives us the chance to go a bit through the standings. Simon gave himself a bit room to breathe as he pulled 2 seconds away from his teammate Ryan, who's currently hunted by Gafico. But the Porsche never was the best on top speed. And we see even on slipstream he's not gaining time. Gafico 2-second gap to Mouchelou. Who's hunted by Mekis Gherkin. There we have a nice little fighting group. All in slipstream range. Mercurial Caesar currently pretty secure on P10. Black Charizard, you see his fastest lap P6, so the tire is still good even if his front right is almost 40% gone. Nobles with the 8-second gap, and Jordi catched KGR Racing, so there must have been a mistake as we see it. 152 on his 5th lap. Big mistake from him. Made him drop to the end of the grid in the Subaru BSE. The last lap was a bit faster from Iggy. Guys at the front are currently on absolute similar laps. No one is really able to pull away, and the McLarens are not able to keep in contact. And now we see the tire drop. When I told you earlier that we were on 70%, and now they're getting down really quick. Still in a window where you can do fast laps, but you should not miss the point to pit, because you lose a lot of time. After the new update, if the tire is gone, it feels like you have a flat tire. Car gets unsteerable. Nice little slide at the corner exit while Kyle touched the grass. Great catch from him. Lost him a bit of time to Iggy, who now made it out of the slipstream. We have a yellow flag. It is Jordi who spun, waiting for the front runners. Unlucky day for him. Haven't seen the incident. Let's hope he will get on track again. Iggy is catching up at the moment. While we were a few laps ago at 1.8, we are now between 1.5 and 1.3, depends on the corners. But at the moment Iggy is quicker than Kyle. And Bryke is in range again too. And it is Iggy's rear tires who might give him a little bit traction problems, but Bryke's looking the same. Yeah, my PS4 is... We have 30 degrees here in Germany. And even if I'm trying to cool it with ice, it's not working at the moment. But I think at the moment the 3 guys in the front, even the guys who are closest in the grid, is Simon, a lot of room to breathe in the front and in the end. Same for Gafico. Yeah, these 2 guys here, the battle for P6, 7 and 8 is pretty close at the moment. I think it is Ryan in the McLaren who had a 137 really bad lap. Mackie's Gherkin almost catch up 4 seconds to him. But really won't tires for him as well. It will be interesting when these guys are going to the pits. Well, they won't go, it's the final lap. So Kyle, P1 in the end, 1.5 seconds he could take to Iggy, Brake from pole to P3, still podium, keeps his average. Simon in the McLaren P4, Gafico in the Porsche P5, Ryan in the McLaren P6, Mackie's Gherkin in the purple pink Nissan. Couldn't catch Ryan in the end. Oh well, the race was pretty exciting. My first time here. The qualifying left the impression that it could be a bit closer in the midfield, but the guys in front showed that they were on the same pace all the race. I mean, they finished in between 3 seconds. But I think the little bit of a gappy midfield is the result of the new tire wear. There was not much time to test the new tire wear. The update was this week. Yeah, the tire wear is kind of I think the BOP or the cars should be, or should maybe a bit get edited, because the new tire wear has big effects, and some cars are better on tires than the others. And at the moment on several settings you have the feeling that some cars can be quick with the tires 2 laps longer. But it also can be the driver. I mean, I have a bit of experience with the Jaguar and I know that this is a tire eating monster. The Mercedes is... I don't know what it is in this game. In GT Sport it was at some stage of the game the best possible hybrid of fuel, tires and performance. I think it was over the average in all three parts, while other cars had more deficits. But this is based on GT Sport, so the balance definitely changed on GT7. I'll be back in a second. Just don't want to annoy you with my drinking sounds, so give me a minute. So, guess who's back? Yeah, it's me again. Interesting to see the tire choices. And it will be the battle between a medium soft or a hard soft strategy. Haven't seen the softs on track yet, but on these settings I think they should be gone in about 6, maybe 7 laps. Let's look through what is the majority doing. Quite equal between hards and mediums. The fast guys who were looking at race 1 still good on tires, are on the mediums. Even Kyle and the Jack. So this will be really interesting. With a medium soft strategy, but maybe medium as well. Back on track with Iggy, the number 1 car. Yes, saw it. Starting on soft. Interesting. Reich, currently the first one of the podium guys, who's on the hard at the moment. While in GT Sport the hard tire was something you would never touch because it was absolutely undrivable. On GT7 it has a lot more grip than before, and on some tracks, depending on the car, it feels even more grippy than the medium tire. On mediums, Simon on the hards, Owen in the RX Vision on hards too, same for his teammate. Supra on hards. The Supra actually is a good car for tires. Second McLaren also. Hard compound. Really nice design work at the car. Yeah, the Supra was OP. It's, yeah, like the WRX GR3 in the early stages of the game. I think BOP is made by which manufacturer pays the most? Obviously the Japanese. Black Charizard in the second Nissan GT500. Also on hards. Slimmy now in the grid, missed the first race, and the beautiful sounding 4GT. But what I have to say, and I hope this is not just looking for me, that the stability of the lobbies improved a lot. I had a race on Saturday with the Silvias and it felt much better than before, and even this lobby on the first race looked really low on legs. No, the Toyota is not OP anymore. I think Toyota is out of money. So Iggy with the fastest time. Gafico in the Porsche again on P2. Maybe he can carry this performance this time in the race. And let's pray that we get a television cam now. Rolling start. What might give us the chance to have the television cam, but we will see. Of course not again. Thank you Gran Turismo, thank you Polyphony. Let's hope that spectating one guy is not a bad omen, because the last one we spectated at the start spun and ruined this race. Rolling start a lot easier. Let's see if any attacking is going on. Currently not. So we are back in picture in a second. Perfect. So Iggy kept P1. Gafico under pressure by Kyle, who's trying it on the inside. Now the better light for Gafico. Great defending. So Iggy 7/10 in front. Trying to pull away while Gafico is feeling the pressure of ignoring Cat on his rear. It's two Cats. Push, and there's contact. Big action here. But I think now Kyle made it, and Mercury Caesar now with a good exit and slipstream and the power of the Jaguar might also do his way past Gafico. There's the attack, Gafico covering the inside. No chance to defend against Jaguar for Gafico. Bright currently on P4. Big gap to Slimmy and Nobbles. Already 4 seconds after 2 laps. These guys are really close. Mackey's Gherkin. Not close enough to make a move. Let's check what happened to the McLarens. Really strong at the early stages of race 1. Now they are a bit struggling with P9 and P12 so far. Slimmy touched the grass. Almost lost his rear. Let's see if Simon is able to make his move against Nobbles. Have to do it on the outside. Should be fast enough. Leaving the space. Nice onboard pictures through the center SS. I think he's not close enough. Nobbles had the better exit through the centers to go for a second move. It's too far off. They are doing their own race for P5 at the moment, while Gafico collected Mercurial Caesar again. Already knowing that the Cat is hungry on the main straight. Porsche definitely has an advantage on the technical sector 2. Good exit from Gafico. But Mercurial Caesar is already catching up. This time not close enough to go for a move. Brake is on the hard compound. Like both of the RX divisions started on the hard. And Iggy is dictating the pace. 4 seconds ahead on the medium compound. Kyle is not able to catch him. Mercurial Caesar. I think benefited of a little mistake from Gafico on P3 again. Tires will definitely going to be a factor. Could be interesting to see. We had one guy who started on softs. KGR Racing. Oh no, he started on mediums. I think he changed. We already see the big difference between the medium and the hard compound. But also you see here, Simon is managing the tires pretty well. While we're seeing this, we have a nice little fourth arm here. Simon collected Owen. Now we have a big slipstream train on the main straight. Where it seems that Mushalu is the winner of this little battle. Yes, he comes out at P8. While Simon and Mekis Gershkin are battling for P9. Battle line for Mekis Gershkin. But late braking and good car control made Simon able to keep the position. Could have had a penalty because he was also in this group. It was easy collected on the main straight. Interesting fights here in the back, while the front is currently pretty sorted. But we will see how it turns out for Iggy and Kyle on the medium tires. Of course, actually it's the faster compound. Risky exit by Slimmy. Jordi, this tire is definitely better luck than last one. Owen on P14, KG Racing P15, but still in range to the top 10. Iggy made it up to 4.5 seconds. Same did Kyle to his teammate Mercurial Caesar, who's still feeling the pressure from Gafico, who seems to struggle a bit on tires, and Brake is catching up. P5, and I think he's the... Yes, Brake is the first one with the hard compound. And this is the stage where I definitely see a big difference between tire, where we see here Brake on the racing hards compared to Gafico on the mediums. That will be interesting when it comes to the point where the hard tires getting faster than the mediums. The gap is down to half a second. Then what we saw right after the start, the top 5 putting away 8 seconds to Nobles. Ryan on P7, Mouchalou after this nice little fourth on the main straight made a gap to him and Simon. But these guys are fighting like hell. Gherkin against Jordi. And Slimmy seems to have bigger problems with the corner exit several times on the grass now. Drop back to P14. These guys giving us nice pictures. Black Charizard defending the inside line against Jordi, but Jordi not gave up. The fact that always the first 2 of this group are fighting. The others stay in contact. And Jordi made the move now. And Mekis Gherkin trying to benefit. And past Black Charizard as well. And now the inside line for him against Jordi, but no way around him. Slimmy past Owen, but at the same time touched the grass again. Side by side. Will they do it? Again a bit wide on the exit. Will we see a move from Owen now? Going to the inside. Oh. And we see Slimmy spinning. Braked on the grass. After he squeezed Owen slightly to the barrier. I think he just misjudged the gap. But this little contact was definitely not a reason for a spin. Drop back to P13. Lost the contact to the group we were fighting. Yeah, definitely late movement. But I think the contact was not on purpose. I think this was misjudging the radar. And Iggy made it up. Sorry for leaving the leader a bit alone here. Impressive gap of 12 seconds at the moment. Going to the pits. Gafiko and Bragg staying out. Let's see what tires is going on. Mediums again. Gafico's tires, especially front right, are now at a point where it's getting risky. They still have a solid performance, as you see on his lap times, that are even his 10th lap is faster than his 5th lap. So the performance is still good. I don't know why P7 is shown as a pit lap for him, because it definitely was not one. And you see on his sector time, just 1.5 tenths down to his personal best. Should go to the pits now. No, he stays out for another lap. Same for Braik, but he's on the hards anyways. Let's see what his tires looks like. Yeah, and there's a lot of rubber left. Lap times looking still good. And if Braik goes to the soft tires, I think it will hard to catch up Iggy, who came out in P5. Let's see if he has clean air. Iggy is fighting with Ryan. Now going to the inside. Really important for him to make these positions. To use the advantage of the fresh tires. Now 2 seconds to Noble on the mediums. Really, really good tire management. First set of mediums, looking much better than the ones from Gafico. And now you see Gafico is losing a lot of time. Braik is in range. And yeah, now it's Gafico in the pits. My impression is that it was 1 lap too late. And Braik is leading at the moment in the RX Vision. Like I said before, I think it will be difficult to catch up Iggy because he came to his first pit stop with a gap of 12 seconds. This is, in my eyes, hard to catch up. Of course he's losing time because the worn hards, even if they're still fast, the fresh mediums are faster. Iggy made his way around Nobles and now has a lot of clean air. Gafico came out at P10. Both Jacks pitted for hards. Slimmy wasn't in the pit. Has the hard tires, and KG Racing on P14 at the moment. Well, there must have been a bigger mistake from Jordi, who's down to P15. I think 11 and 12 were in and out lap on the times. And so the 2:04, I lost half a second. And Braik lost a second to Iggy. But let's see what is the gap from Braik to Gafico. I think this is the guy he will fight. 33 seconds. Gafico now clean air. If he's not involved into any fights, he can have an advantage on the fresh tires. And Iggy with an absolute flawless performance so far. He's driving like on rails. No mistakes seen so far. Absolute consistent lap times. We heard some tires. Yellow flag. Could have been KGR Racing. Mercurial sees a 5-second penalty. Don't know where he picked it up. While Slimmy's going to the pits. Both McLarens again right behind each other. It's always nice to see teammates in the same car racing against each other on track. Also always good for the pictures. Nobles on an amazing medium stint, I have to say. I mean, we saw when Iggy pitted, some of the guys with the hard compound already pitted, and Nobles is still out with the medium tire. Times are not the best, but maybe it gives him the opportunity to change for the soft compound. But if I see that this can be again this one lap too long on the compound. And we'll see how Iggy is flying away from Nobles. Consistently doing the 31s. Fastest lap on lap 15. Less than 7 seconds to gap to Brake. He's trying everything to get in the window for the soft tire. Stays out on track. And Gafico currently fighting with Kyle. He came out at a really bad spot after his pit stop. Involved into a lot of fighting. And Kyle also was in the pits, so way earlier. So they are kind of sorted. Nobles now in the pits. It will be pretty interesting when the grid is sorted after everyone pitted. Because Kyle wasn't really on my list before the pit stops. And now it seems that he can have a chance for another podium. Great overtake against Mouchelot. But he left enough space, and I think his tires are gone. And this is an example how long is too long, because his front right is almost to 0%, and now it feels just like a flat tire. You see, already lost 7 seconds to his personal best, crawling around the track. Definitely going to pit. Make his gherkin. Will not be in the race for the podium. Still on his first set of tires. Brake still in the lead, consistent in the 33s at the moment. But this is 2 seconds slower than Iggy. And we see it on the gap. Will he stay outside for another lap? No, he's pitting. Definitely go for the softs. And even if pit stops are not that interesting, let's see where he comes out, because Brake is one of the guys who should come out somewhere between Kyle and Gaffico in the podium race. Simon in the pits as well, and Ryan, both McLaren. Owen in the second RX Vision. Ryan did really good on fuel, to be honest. 14% left. Coming out at P2, followed by Kyle. So the long hard stint and a little bit of luck that Kyle and Gaffico were fighting on their fresh tires made Brake to go for P2. Now on the soft tire, will not be able to catch Iggy. Iggy is almost 33 seconds ahead. This is an absolute impressive performance by Iggy. But Iggy is going for another stop. This might be a game changer. So the medium will now might get into a soft. This gives us a lot of tension. Just have to go for a short refuel. Yes, refuel to 44%. Going out side by side. And Brake taking the lead. Well, Iggy went for the 2 stops. Just separated by 1.5 seconds. Almost equal tires. Followed by Kyle, who's now on worn softs. Oh yeah, Jordy, I see the irony in your comment. Well, to be honest, I haven't thought about a 2-stop. But as we see, both strategies are working. Brake now purple in sector 2, while Iggy is on his outlap. .137, brilliant lap from Brake, while Iggy is trying to get his soft tire on temperature. And again, 3/10 purple, but not gaining to Iggy, so both are absolutely firing the machines around the track. So this will be a sprint to the end in the endurance race. This is what we want to see, that is what we're all here for. And Iggy is now catching up a bit. Yes, down to a second. Could be important for him to get in slipstream range. Well, we'll see Brake again on the purple sector. We saw that Iggy almost catched up half a second. So I would not be surprised if we now see a 29 from Iggy. Brake will do the first. 130, 111. Not the 29, but really, really close. And we see how equal these guys are at the moment. But before we miss the possible attack from Iggy against Brake, we see through the grid after everything is a bit sorted. So Kyle protected on P3, 2.5 second penalty that he have to burn. Will give Mercury Caesar a bit of time to get closer. 2.5 seconds should be shortcutting the Sennas. Mercurial Caesar on P4 at the moment. Nobles with his great tire wear. So this is a strategy master plan what he did. With a medium soft. Haven't thought that it was possible in the settings, but he proved me wrong. Now on P5, Simon and the McLaren, P6 at the moment. Ryan, his teammate, P7. Gafico looked as a serious podium guy before the first pit stop. Was involved in a lot of fighting against Kyle. Owen in P9. Slimmy fighting with Makis Gherkin for the top 10. Gherkin going for the move. Already has the inside line. Slimmy searching the slipstream. Late break on the outside. Mission completed for Makis Gherkin. Black Charizard, Iggy's teammate on P12, Mouche Alert, 4 seconds behind him, KGR Racing, 30 seconds behind him. Currently just going for personal best, this is all he can do. Do all the possible laps, collect the data of your tires, and maybe ask your teammate how he did his strategy. Almost down to half a second, sorry. Braik still in the lead, still super fast, and still hunted by Iggy. It's kind of the battle of the winter sports nations with Sweden and Austria, but also known for great drivers. Like one of my favorite, Matthias Ekström, absolute legend. And now Iggy is close. Almost on the bumper of Braik. But he cannot gain that much in the slipstream. Should not be enough to get in range for a move. Aiming for a good exit of the Sennas. Yeah, now he's way closer. Braik already searching for the inside line. Iggy going on the outside line. Braik could counter this move. Awesome racing by these guys. And currently no one on track who's close on this distance. You see Kyle is 22 seconds behind. KGR Racing. See the front runners coming, leaving all the space they need. Inside line for Iggy, but better exit for Braik. A lot of contact there. Side by side racing down the main straight. Iggy currently in front. Separated by 100, these two guys. Pump there from Braik. It's absolutely awesome to see these guys battling on an equal pace. But it seems that they start to struggle a bit on tires. The previous laps, it was not that usual that they had so much contact. But now Iggy is leading and has at least 6/10. Going to the final real curve. Now long straight to go, and this is not catch for Braik. I think both of the guys will have a talk after the race about the contact in the last lap. Congratulations to Iggy and Braik, podium again for both. And Kyle on his way to P3. So podium of race 1, podium of race 2. And a special shout out to Nobles, who had a brilliant strategy. Perfect tire management, P4, 5 and 6 for both McLarens. Gafico on P7, definitely not happy with his race. Owen in the second RXV, followed by Mackey's Gherkin. Mercurial Caesar out of fuel. Lucky that the guys behind him already crossed the finish line. Absolute stunning racing here in the end. What we got delivered from Iggy and Bryke. And all what's left to say is thank you for tonight. Oh wait, we will get the standings. Really sorry, I'm not used that standings are so quick. Usually the leagues I race need days to sort of penalties. So overall, amazing season opener. Good to see that we have had tonight a stable lobby. Not very much lag. Let's hope that this is the new standard of Gran Turismo. Still room to improve, but even small progress is something that we have to be happy with. It sure can depend on the track, but at the moment it looks like Iggy, Bryke are kind of in a different league, but can be different in next round. Waiting for the standings. There it is. Thank you. So, Iggy, after P2 in the sprint and P1, he's overall championship leader. Bryke on P3, so the podium guys did it on their own. Simon in the McLaren in front of his teammate. Aero on P4 and 5. It's a great team performance for the McLaren guys. Gafico P5 and 7. Could have been a bit more great qualifying performances. A little bit unlucky in the races. On P6 at the moment. Noble, after a great main race where he finished P4, is on P7 at the moment. Owen in the second RX Vision on P8. Mekis Gherkin P9. Caesar on P10. Moose on P11. Slimmy P12 in the standings. Black Charita P13. And an unlucky Jordi currently on P14, while KGR Racing on P15. So it was absolute fun to spectate this racing, to commentate this racing. And we will see us next week. Have a good night. Goodbye.